The St. Kitts and Nevis Robotics Association, or the S.K.N.R.A, prides itself on the ideology that well-rounded, innovative individuals can be crafted out of all youth, residing locally, regionally, and internationally. This can be done by developing their creative and problem-solving skills to prepare them for global opportunities within the field of science, technology, engineering, arts, and mathematics. Recently, the S.K.N.R.A announced that there is a St. Kitts and Nevis National Robotics Competition, or the SKN.N.R.C, slated for early April 2022. Today, we are joined by Sanjiv Suresh, the Innovation and Technology Coordinator, and Kyra Edmeade, a member of the S.K.N.R.A, who are here with us today for Good Morning's SKN's Youth Power.
Good morning.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome.
Hey, welcome.
Thank you so much for having us.
Awesome. It's great to have you indeed.
So I'm going to start with the first question. What does the SKNRA hope to achieve with the National Robotics Competition?
So the S.K.N.R.A, as we know, is a robotics association in St. Kitts, and it's the one-year association within the region for ACS. Now, what we're trying to do is we're trying to empower the youths within STEAM, the field of STEAM. Science, technology, engineering, arts, and maths. Now, arts is something that's not implemented anywhere. They use STEM. They say STEM education. We want to implement STEAM education because everything starts off with prototyping, designing. You don't build a house without the design first. You don't make a robot without a design. You don't make a website without a design. So we want to implement that. And along with the lines of that, we want to also show that our youths here have the potential. They just need a platform, a place where they can showcase that potential. And that is where S.K.N.R.A comes in to provide different programs and so forth, where these young individuals can showcase the potential to the maximum.
So when you hear that, does that resonate with you, Kyra?
Yes, it does. I feel like it's great for young children because St. Kitts does not have many programs here for children. And I think that a lot of children are into robots, and you know, electronic and technology is what's coming up now. So to get them in from the start is really, really good.
So how important it is for the youth to be involved in STEAM related activities?
I would say it should be one of the main priorities because me myself, I'm more into like the field of tech.
Okay.
And also now I'm trying to move into the field of engineering, science, and so forth. And I have persons who I communicate with on a regular, and we have individuals within the association, members. Just like Kyra, we have other members who are well-talented. They have ideas that sometimes blow our minds, because we might hear these ideas as a science fiction, but they make it a reality. You just need to provide them the platform and so forth. And we have seen this countless times in the first Global Robotics Olympics. And this year, actually, we're going to be participating for the 6th time. So 5 years in a row, we have noticed that each country have a different way to solve different problems. And none of these individual ideas are ever similar. They are unique. They have a unique design, a feel. And this is what you find, that each individual has a unique idea, a concept that not everyone thinks alike. And sometimes one might find a better solution than the others, a more efficient, more fast-track solution than the next.
I guess that really comes to bear when you have competitions like this. What can you tell us about the format of the national competition?
So the international competition actually is Robotics Olympics. So the way they do it is they take one of the sustainable goals, the United Nations Sustainable Goals, and they give that as a task. So I think for 3 years we had, and that was 2017, 2018, 2019, when we were traveling overseas. The competition were based on water pollution and hydroelectricity. Now, this is the main concepts they had. But then 2020 and 2021, we went virtual. Because of COVID restriction, we couldn't travel, so we went virtual. And we realized that the way the concept went, they gave us multiple tasks. And each of these were to solve problems within our own community in this federation. And that's where we actually decided the main thing that we have we don't have that other countries have is an e-learning platform. So you have Google Classroom, you have Microsoft Teams and so forth. So we said, let's create our own. And so that's when we created IITAE. And that's something that is built in St. Kitts and Nevis, and we're proud of it. So things like these is what empowers the robotics competition. And right now and even the association started from there. Because we met with Dean Kamen, the founder and the CEO for First Global Robotics Olympics. And when Dr. Neil met him, the first thing he says, just do it. Why haven't you started? And that's when we started Robotics Association in 2020, January 13th precisely.
Okay. So post-pandemic. So Kyra, how did you get involved and why did you get involved?
Okay, so I do IT in school.
Okay.
And Mr. Neil, who is also he has a big part in S.K.N.R.A and IITA. He motivated me, and sometimes when we're in class, he would be like, y'all should join the robotics club, you know, it was coming up. And after a while of thinking, I'm just like, it sounds excited, and I'm all for taking risk and enjoying it. So I said, you know what, let me try and see if I like it. And I actually do really like it. It's fun and nice.
Okay, that's good.
We're talking all about the competition, and we want to know if you have some insight into the criteria for the competition that you can share with us.
So, basis of the international competition, the usual goes by 14 to 18 years old. Those persons can be members, and those members can be from high school, the college, and so forth. Now, for those who are above 18 and also want to join, they can do so. But we're going to have to go through an evaluation process because that will be for mentors. So me, myself, I would have been a team member for 2 years, which is 2019 and 2020. But 2021, since I was older, I had to become a mentor.
Look at you, you're older.
So that's one. But now we are trying to implement the St. Kitts and Nevis National Robotics Competition, which hopefully scheduled to take place either April or May, and it's going to be taken locally. So we're trying to invite 18 different schools. That also includes the youth groups, like the all-female youth group, the national youth group, and so forth. And the age criteria is the same once again, 14 to 18, and we're trying to get persons to get involved in STEAM education.
Hortensia, do you hear that? All female youth groups included. She's pro, you know.
So myself and Oksana.
Okay, there you go. You got it.
So will these high school students be given guidance throughout the robot building process?
Indeed. So the students are going to be given a mentor. So each mentor will be one of the past members who had traveled or would have been part of the team in the Robotics Olympics. So each team will get their own mentor. The mentor is going to take them through the full process. And plus, I think Kyra can explain this. We actually have courses on IIT regarding this. So
okay, we have a robotics training course, which is either hardware or software. We have a drone development course. We have a game, either if you want a web or an app. We have those courses for design and development. We have, oh my God, my mind went blank.
we have courses in the field of STEAM, and this is mainly to push students because some of these challenges that we would have faced in the Robotics Olympics in 2020 and 2021 would have been, they gave us tasks like make an animation, and for us it was new, and so we had to learn, and our deadlines for then was like 2 days. So we had to learn the whole animation process in 2 days and so forth, and those fell in the arts. And that's when we were like, we need to implement this where we can show students how good it is to know new skills and learn new knowledge. And so that's when IITA, we actually have courses like, I think it's Microsoft, Compy, and so forth. And these actually enable you to get more in depth. And we have a whole agenda in the thing. It's a course outline. It covers everything you need to know. So you can build once you get the robotics kit, everything from the robotics kit to our fully built product. Everything is in there. So the course is there. You're going to have a mentor guidance as well. So they have everything set.
How can persons register?
We haven't opened the registration for, actually we have, but I'm not familiar. I'll have to check with the director for that. Okay. That will be for schools, individual schools, but for the Robotics Olympics itself, the registration is actually supposed to open this weekend. Okay. I'm the technology director, so when I open it, it opens. So I'm hoping to open it this weekend.
He knows the key.
So this weekend it should open, and for anyone, once again, let me just put this out there because every year we had the same question. I missed the registration. Every year I've heard this. So with the registration, we actually announce when it goes live on our social media pages. which is S.K.N.R.A on Instagram, Flickr, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn. So once we announce it, the registration's open, and the registration's open for like a month or two the most. Because once it's like May or June, the registration closes with the Olympics, so we can't register anyone again. So that's the thing.
So there's still time. There's still time.
There's enough time.
Just wait.
I keep hearing Olympics. I know when it's Olympics, you run, you jump. So, and I know about robot wars. So when you build these robots, do you race them or something? Is that what the Olympics is about?
Okay, so robotics, the reason we keep saying Olympics is because it's an Olympic-styled event.
Okay.
And the way it works is that you have teams, but instead of working individually, you team up with other teams, and these teams are randomized. So you're working in teams of 3, so with 2 other different countries. So your robot is supposed to complete tasks. So I'll give you an example of 2019 because that's my favorite bot. We call it Raptor. And the bot's purpose is to clean ocean contaminants. So the ocean contaminants in this scenario is sponge balls. Small balls are mini contaminants and the large balls are large contaminants. So it has to collect those from the ocean and go and drop it off at a disposable area. Now, the disposal area is like an elevated lane. So if you can shoot it to a higher points, you get points. Higher, so the top point is 3 points, the middle is 2, and the bottom one is you can just push it in, and that's 1 point. And so you compete with other countries, and it's 4 different teams. Each team has 3 different countries, and they compete against each other to see who gets the most points. And at the end of the competition, they accumulate the total collected by each team to give them the ranking. And over the years, we have actually gained a good amount. And that's when we realized that we are as smart and we are as talented and skillful as other big countries. Because now, if I tell you right now, we're competing against China in technology, what would you say?
I'd say that's great. Absolutely.
But what would you say? We say that every year we have outdone them.
I say that you need to say that again.
So every single year we have actually outdone every single country. United States, we have outdone China, we have outdone Canada, every country, and we have always had our ranking in the top 20 out of 200 countries. So St. Kitts is up there. We're the first in the Caribbean OECS, and regionally we're known as the Robotics movers. So that is how the competition works. That is why I keep saying Olympics, because it's Olympic style.
Okay.
Well, we want to thank you for sharing so much with us. Again, finally, Facebook pages, social media pages for the registration when the competition is going live.
So the registration will take place on our website, which is sknra.org, but it will be announced on our social media pages, which is Instagram, Flickr, Facebook, Twitter, and LinkedIn at S.K.N.R.A, the St. Kitts Nevis Robotics Association, or S.K.N. Robotics Association on YouTube as well.